So right here, this is going to be a better example. So look at what my ATB's at. It's at 75 or above, right? That's best case scenario, 75 or above. That is that's what's going to usually happen. The video I showed you a second ago where I had less than that and I was still able to pull it off was based off of RNG. Don't try to base yourself off of it. You're much safer just going traditional if you have less than 70-ish% ATB. Right here, you're always, just like traditional, always going to start with this far right one. He's the furthest away from the rest, so that's why we start with him. Also, the way that worms work is that their pattern is determined based on the first worm that's damaged. So we can actually force them into this pattern, which is not as random as people think. It's 100% predictable. As long as we attack that one on the far right first, absolutely vital, that's what actually gets us this pattern that allows us to do the 121 strat in the first place. So it's not possible unless you attack that far right one first, which is what gives us this fixed static pattern of the worms from that point forward. But I'll continue. So you fire 2 shots far right. You come to the left and you fire 2 shots in the middle one. You see my positioning right here? If you stand on the edge of this circle right here where I'm standing, you're never going to get hit by this guy, you're never going to get hit by this guy. It's going to go completely around you, just like that. Every single time, 100% of the time. Come back to this worm, you finish it off. It should be dead now. Even if you didn't crit all 4 attacks, it'll die still. 4 attacks will kill the first one. Dodge that, immediately pump 2 into the middle. Now the middle worm has 1 hit left and he's dead. We leave him like that. So what we'll do instead is we'll come down here, ignore him. We want our ATB to be full because we want him to be the last one to die. So we come up here, 2 shots into him. We ignore the guy in the center because, remember, he's only got 1 health left. We don't want to fuck with him. Now, as soon as this guy pops up, we want to get our ATB restarted. So we attack him as fast as we possibly can. Same thing with this one. I could have afforded to actually attack him a little bit faster right there. You can actually... and then I took damage because I waited. So that was a little bit of a punish, but I was able to pull it off still. You want to keep your attacks coming out as quickly as possible because you want to be able to attack this guy in rotation. Now right here, after the second attack, after the second attack on this guy, when you come up for your third one, it needs to be 1 shot on the left, 1 shot on the center. By the time you're finished reloading, finishing that shot on the center, the last one will be coming up. That's why it's absolutely crucial, if you're attempting the 121 strat, to have 17 bullets in your gun. A lot of people will use 16 to prevent themselves from reloading in a worms fight, but you actually need that. Reload because there's no other way for the game to shoot real quick once and then wait on the second bullet a little bit, which is what you need to have happen for this strategy to be achievable. As you saw earlier today when I was close on doing it, my timing was off, which allowed the third one, because the second bullet that killed the center didn't come out at a slower rate. It was kill the left, kill the center. Because it happened so quickly, without that reload stalling that last shot, the bottom worm, came up stronger. So what we need to do is have that second shot stalled out long enough for this middle worm to still be dying while this worm is coming up. So as you're going to see right here, I'm going to fire left, reload, fire right. You have plenty of time. And this worm has already come up by the time that one dies. And boom, you get it. That's the 121. And the reason it's called the 121 is because it's the fastest possible way for the worms to die. So that is it, guys. Hopefully that helped.